Why do powered paragliders always fly right after sunrise or right before sunset? Well, turbulence. But it's not because they can't. It's because it's more work. The sun heats the earth unevenly, and that creates pockets of warmed air that rise. Glider pilots use these to great effect to stay in the air. They're called thermals. But it also causes gusts, change in wind direction, and overall bumpy air. Our paragliders keep their wing shape by maintaining pressure inside the wing and tension on the lines. And if anything were to happen to either the pressure going into the front of the wing or the tension on the lines, such as exiting from a strong thermal, you can experience what's called the collapse, where the front edge of the wing shoots past you and tucks. Since it tucks, it cuts off its airflow and momentarily drops you before reinflating. And while that's avoidable through a method called active piloting, it's really not fun. And eventually, flying becomes more work than fun. And that's really what we're all out here for, is flying for fun. Laney's traffic, red orange powered paraglider taking off, field beside 23 departing north. Laney's. So when flying in the middle of the day, it's a lot of light pressure on the brakes, and when you feel a surge, you pull both brakes just a little to check it, to keep it from going over you. Personally, I don't like it. It's a lot wobblier, a lot harder to maintain a direction, and I have to fly higher because a risk of collapse means I might need my reserve parachute. It's right there. I'll also tend to not stow my brakes very long, if at all, like I just did, because if I stow my brakes, I can't check the wing. And if I can't check the wing, it might collapse. It can be unnerving. It's a skill set. You definitely have to create the skill of active piloting, feeling the wing, being ready for it. This is what paraglider pilots do all the time, except they're on even lighter loaded wings, so they experience collapses more often than powered paragliders do, generally. For that reason today, I'm flying my Ozone Mojo Power 2. It is an A-rated wing, which means that it will recover from collapses very quickly and typically without any input from me if I do take one. Woo! That was a big one. Whoa. A lot of oscillation management. So yes, you can fly in the middle of the day, but it's not fun. It's a lot of work. I can't go low. There's also more air traffic, lots of radio calls. I've got to look for aircraft all the time. I've got to manage the wing. I've got to check the winds. It's chaos. It's doable, but not everybody has to do it if you fly when it's not turbulent. And generally, that is close to sunrise or sunset. And if you fly near something that generates a lot of thermals, like big parking lots, or these solar panels, you're going to be in for a bad time. So we're not going to go that way. Lots of bumps. There's one. There's one. Yep. You see how I dropped and then the whole wing shot forward? Got to be ready for it. Oscillation management. So do you have to learn to fly midday? Do you have to learn active piloting? I think eventually
You will learn active piloting, but not everybody has to fly midday. It's a lot of work, and it does carry quite a bit more risk than flying when it's calm, like near sunrise or sunset. Ladies traffic, red orange parrot, paraglider, wood mile north, going across midfield and join downwind for 2-3 ladies. Alright, for me this is the sketchiest part, landing, because I'm going up right now. My engine's at idle. This is gonna suck. Whoa. That was a sketchy one. Even right now, I'm getting tons of lift.
As you can see, we can fly in the middle of the day. Right now, it's about 12:30, and the winds are pretty switchy, coming and going, up to 5-6 miles an hour. So our takeoff is going to be a little hairy. The landing's probably going to be hairy, especially if the wind direction changes. And the overall flight is going to be fairly bumpy. But you can fly in the middle of the day. Just be ready for it.